stand in the presence of Hermes Mura. I am the golden eye of fate and the keeper of whispers, knowledge and memory of...
And for those adventurers who just wander in here for information, feel free to peruse the timestamps we have for you in the description down below, so you can get where you need to be
Can I find any
quickly.
information on him? Surely there's got to be a library somewhere we haven't searched. We've checked every library from Vvardenfell to the Library of Dusk and Cold Harbor. I'm sorry, Rose. If only we knew somebody who knew it all.
Of course you do. I'm right here.
Yeah, right, Robert. You're not that kind of know-it-all. What on earth do you want? I don't have time to play your silly games right now. I have important research to do.
Well, I do have a job to get the Velothi Ur-Mage's amulet, and I just overheard you're looking for books on a particular subject. You know, I will be passing by an area that contains all books on any subject matter. Books as far as the eye could see, one would say.
As intriguing as that sounds, Robert, what's the catch?
You know me too well, Rose. I kind of need a hand finding these leads.
Fine, but this library better not disappoint. Robert?
Sorry, Crimson. Only got room for one extra person on my mount. Maybe next time.
Okay, I guess I'll just go see what Six is into. Well, where's the first lead?
Let's see. From what I have in my notes, this first lead is going to take us right on over here to Vvardenfell. This is the area where we will work to find the lead for the Ebony Cross Sword Chain. This lead comes from the daily reward coffers that can be found in the Hall of Justice in Vivek City. You can find them right around this area on the map. If this is your first time here and you're unsure where to go, you can grab this flyer that's calling for adventurers, and it will guide you to the area where you can find the job brokers.
Seriously, Robert, you don't need the quest. The Hall of Justice is right there. Just go talk to the broker.
Well, yeah, that would save time.
I can't believe you wasted my time.
Now, from what we've tested, we found that the World Boss Daily quest you get from Belarus Omeril is the one that you need to get the lead to drop. Remember, you can increase your odds the more people you have, as each of you can grab a daily quest and share them amongst yourselves. Once you've gotten your lead, we can head right on over here to the Rift. This is where we're going to find the next area to get the lead for the Gold Shalk Clasp.
Oh, where in the Rift are we going?
Well, we're heading to a dungeon called Scrivener's Hall. The physical entrance to the dungeon can be found right over here in the middle of the bottom of the map. Or you could skip all this running around and just queue up in the dungeon finder, whichever's easier.
Alright, let's get in there and kill the boss.
Nope, not this time. Heck, you don't even need to complete the dungeon to get this one.
What? If you don't have to kill the boss, then what do? Kill the mobs?
Nope, not even that. I got 2 words for you. Loot scamps.
What? Loot scamps? What in oblivion is a loot scamp?
Well, technically they're called Cartoklepts. These little buggers once dispatched will drop keys. The type of key that drops is determined by the difficulty of the dungeon. You'll get small keys on normal difficulty and large keys on veteran. These keys are used to open special chests within the dungeon, and in those special chests is where you're going to find the lead. It's important to note that there are only 2 of these Cartoklepts per dungeon instance, and to get to these loot scamps you're going to have to take on a boss or 2, as each one lies in an area that's just a little bit beyond each boss encounter. The first Cartoklept is going to be in the Deadland section of the dungeon. If you look at the map, you'll see all these little side routes you can take. The loot scamp can actually be found in any of these tunnels, and it's always random. So be sure to look in each of these goopy, green, bug-infested tunnels. Rose, I don't think I want to do this anymore.
You? The next loot scamp area will be accessible after you beat the next boss. It's going to be in an area called the Spiral Skein. Here's another map so you can see the area we're talking about. You can find the Cartoklept on any of the routes shown on the map. Again, there's only one here, so be sure to search thoroughly. But if you die to the loot scamp, or it gets away, just go and look for it again, as it will respawn back in one of the tunnels.
When you've gathered enough keys, you can go in there and attempt to open as many chests as possible, and hopefully your lead will be in one of the chests that you open. And who knows, if you and your group gather enough keys and open up all the small or large chests, something fun and unexpected might happen.
Seriously, we both know it's neither one of those things. When are we supposedly going to get to this area you keep talking about with books as far as the eye can see?
Calm down, Rose. We're getting there. It's right after our next stop over in the Telvanni Peninsula.
Telvanni Peninsula?
Please, don't do anything. She's just a child. Don't.
Rose.
No.
Rose.
What?
Hey, is everything all right? I went out there for a minute.
Yes, I'm fine. Let's just move on.
If you say so. As I was just saying a moment ago, let us go ahead and head on over here to the Telvanni Peninsula. This is where we're going to nab the lead for the gold Mandibular Cradle. Getting this lead is straightforward. All you need to do is come over here to a delve called Kamana Room. If you're looking for it on the map, it's right over here on the west side of the map. When you get inside, you want to make your way to the boss, which is this huge labyrinthian Chaurus matron. After you've humbled the Kamanatong by dealing with their containment breach and getting your lead, you can then head on over to the Necrom Bindery so we can hit the books and head on to our next lead. And for those who have trouble finding the Bindery, you'll actually find it within the town of Necrom, right across from the Guild Traders. When you get inside, you'll see these two portals, a red and a green one. They both will lead you to Apocrypha, but they take you to different ends of the map.
Finally, is this the library you promised?
Well, kind of. This is actually the main
Come
entryway
on, stop
to
talking.
Apocrypha.
Hurry up. I want to go to this library.
You can use these portals to get inside.
Come
We
on, can we
reached
just
the,
go already?
Library I alluded to.
Never mind, I'll just go without you.
I wonder if I can find a version of the three-legged guar and a signed version of a particular Argonian maiden here. One can always hope. This next one is found right here in Apocrypha, over at a world boss within the Rune Master's Acropolis. This is where you're going to fight for the lead for the Ebony Shalk mounting. You'll find this world boss right over here on the map. This boss is easy enough to handle. Just be sure to stay out of the ink as you progress through the fight. That stuff will kill you faster than the boss itself.
Robert, please tell me this next lead is surrounded by books. Lots and lots of books.
Don't worry, Rose. This next area has more books than you'll know what to do with. It's also found in Apocrypha. It's right over here in a public dungeon called the Underweave. You can find this public dungeon right over here on the map. This is where we're going to grind for the lead for the Lucent Cabochon. You may want to get in there quick, Rose. This is where knowledge comes to get unspun.
Unspun?
He also liked
What
to add
does...
nernroot and spider eggs to the drink. Said it made the brew really out of sight.
Crimson, Styx, what are you doing here?
Well, I was here looking for old Grandpappy River's secret moonshine recipe.
And I'm the taste tester.
Oh man, now that's an adventure I could get into.
Nah, this is more of an adventure that gets into you, if you can handle it.
Hopefully what I need is in there so it can be done. Come on, Robert.
Whoa, that was intense. Did you just get yanked in? I'm starting to think this portal's not safe. Oh, Rose,
Seriously,
can I stay
Robert,
out
just
here?
get in here.
When inside the Underweave, you'll want to focus on taking any of the 6 bosses that can be found within this public dungeon. The easiest boss to reach is the one right over here across the bridge off to the right. It's a lurker called Creepclaw. He's found right over here on the map. There are 2 more inside the Underweave glyphic assemblage. You'll find Quake of the Silence upstairs right here, and Lore Master Trigun downstairs in this area. If you go out that back door in the same room where Trigun's found, you can shoot straight across to the Underweave heart. This is where you're going to find Kinreeve Kivney. They'll be right here in the middle of the back of the room. If you follow that path around and go to the Underweave courtyard, you can find Kazuns the Executioner standing right here. Last but not least, you'll find Kaizu the group event boss right over here on the map. When you've finally gotten your lead, you'll be ready to dig them all up. Of course, these leads have to be dug up within the Telvanni Peninsula. And as always, when you dig up that last lead, you'll finally have your hands on yet another amazing mythic. This mythic can be incredibly useful when it comes to taking on enemies within any PvE content. This is because the mythic not only gives you 1,650 offensive penetration, but it also increases your damage done to monsters by 15%, and it gives you minor force, increasing your crit damage done by 10%. But like most mythics, it does have a negative, and that is it will make all your light and heavy attacks hit as hard as a wet noodle. This is because it reduces your light and heavy attack damage by 99%. So, as long as you're not a heavy attack build or trying to use it for PvP, you should be able to get great use out of this. Now that's enough of all this. Get out there and show those Telvanni mages what true power looks like. We would like to thank everyone for sticking around to the end. It really helps us out more than you know. If you like what we do here, go ahead and give us a thumbs up down below. And heck, while you're down there, why not subscribe? Ring the bell and maybe leave us a comment down below with your thoughts and suggestions. Or heck, maybe call out anything you want us to cover out in our particular style. Doesn't just have to be mythics. Speaking of mythics, if you're looking for more mythics or other various things, we have more guides you can check out in some of the playlists that will show up right over there. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to make sure my friends don't read any, forbidden knowledge. May the Daedric Prince of RNG have mercy on you, and as always, we hope to see you in the next one.
Woo-wee! Now that's the stuff.
Well, it looks like everybody found what they were looking for. Rose, I gotta warn you, taking in too much information or learning secrets not fit for mortal minds can make you lose yourself.
Now, Robert, did you tell her about the hush?
I'll hush you if you don't be quiet and let me read.
She'll be fine. I hope.
I finally have all the information I need to track you down.